Whose ex-wife served a sentence in a federal prison? Who introduced her boyfriend to his future wife? And who is raising 3 children with her husband? Hi, my name is Lisa and I will tell you all about the private lives of the Vampire Diaries stars. So stay tuned. I'll start with my favorite character, the youngest of the Salvatore brothers, played by Paul Wesley. If you thought Stefan's love life was a mess, you have not heard about Paul's affairs and romances. I was surprised to find out that Wesley's first wife was his co-star on the Vampire Diaries set. I'll bet you $5 that most of you didn't recognize Dr. Meredith Fell as Tori DeVito, Paul's ex-wife. The two first met on the set of Killer Movie, where despite its low ratings, you can recognize several other famous faces besides the couple, like Kaylee Cuoco and Leighton Meester. When Paul got cast in Vampire Diaries, him and Tori had to live 2,000 miles away from each other, so it truly was a gift of fate when Tori got cast in the same TV series as him. However, this didn't save their marriage, and for reasons we don't know, Paul and Tori got divorced. In the winter of 2013, Paul was officially single. When Phoebe Tonkin first appeared on set of the 4th season of Vampire Diaries, Paul noticed her right away. Take a look at how adorable this couple looks together. Their relationship was hardly an easy one. The two broke up and made up all the time. The press did not tire of updating the readers about Paul and Phoebe's relationship status until the two broke it off for good after 4.5 years of dating. They are still good friends, a source tells E! News. Their relationship just ran its course. And nevertheless, some very committed fans noticed that the ex-lovers stopped following each other on Instagram. Anyhow, the press didn't waste any time and soon started seeking out Paul's new love interests. About a year ago, I came across some news that Paul Wesley was spotted on a date with a mysterious stranger, but didn't pay it much attention as it didn't seem as very serious. But I was wrong. It did turn out to be more serious than I would have thought. In less than 2 years after his breakup with Tonkin, Paul Wesley secretly got married to Miss Anonymous. It truly came as a shock to us all when early in the year Wesley was off the market yet again. Most likely you haven't heard of the name Ines de Ramon because unlike her husband, she's not a celebrity and leads a normal life enjoying her husband's social circle. As you remember from the series, Stefan didn't stay single either, as in the end he found just the right girl for him, a beautiful and charismatic blonde who we all love. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only Caroline Forbes, played by Candice King. I was surprised to find out that behind cameras, Candice dated the person who her character had a complicated relationship with. Yep, Zach Roerig, who plays the role of Matt Donovan on the show. Their relationship was hidden from public, so the only thing we know is that it lasted for only a year. But here's where it gets complicated. I found out that Candice met her current husband, Joe King, in 2011. There's nothing wrong with that, except that it was also the year when Candice and Zach were together. Could this have been the reason for their breakup? Sounds suspicious to me. But whatever the case, the story of how Candice and Joe met is very romantic. The pair first met at a Super Bowl event in February 2011 and started dating thanks to Candice's co-star and friend Nina Dobrev. Candice was too shy to approach Joe, so her friend Nina did it for her and gave him Candice's phone number. Of course, Joe phoned her up, and so began their cute relationship. Several years later, Joe proposed to his beloved, and she gladly agreed. Their wedding ceremony looked magical, and many of Candice's co-stars were invited. Many, yes, but not all. Zach Roerig, for reasons unknown, did not make the guest list. Now the actress is enjoying family life and spends her time traveling. About 4 years ago, Candice gave birth to her first child, a beautiful girl, Florence May. It wasn't only Joe that came to admire Candice. Joe's 2 daughters from previous marriage, Ava and Elise, get along with Candice perfectly well. Take a look. Aren't they adorable? Since I mentioned Zach Roerig so many times, it's time to cover his love life as well. I don't expect you to be shocked if I tell you that he met another one of his girlfriends on the set of Vampire Diaries. There must have been something in the air while they were filming the series, seeing as so many couples were formed in the process. The second time Zach laid his eyes on a colleague, it happened to be Nathalie Kelly, who you might remember from her small role as Sybil. Rumors of their romance started in 2016, but they barely got any attention until Zach posted their photo together. Nathalie also shared a photo with her beloved, making their relationship official. To the fans' disappointment, their relationship too didn't last long. In just over a year, the couple announced their breakup. Soon after, Nathalie began to date Jordan Burroughs, and after some months, the couple got married. Maybe Zach carries some sort of curse that all his girlfriends end up marrying right after their breakup. But despite of his previous affairs, Zach's heart belongs to one single woman. And of course, I'm talking about his wonderful daughter. Just look at this precious girl. Behind her cute smile hides a more troubling childhood. This girl's mother, his ex-wife Alana Turner, is currently serving her time in federal prison for various crimes. This most likely happened after his breakup with Candice. Alana gave birth to the child right in the prison, which explains why Zach requested full guardianship over his daughter. Now Zach is fathering his daughter on his own, and the two look like a happy family. Moving on to probably the only actor from the Vampire Diaries cast who didn't date his colleagues. I'm talking about my favorite witch, Bonnie, played by the one and only Kat Graham. An actress, singer, dancer, and maybe a little bit of a witch all in one. In her life, Kat had only one serious relationship, which sadly ended in a breakup. Kat Graham and the actor Cottrell Guidry dated for a very long time before announcing their engagement in 2012. When journalists tried to find out the dates of their wedding, she replied, "When you've been with someone for over half a decade, you feel married already. It's not a rush." She also said that their main priority right now is to become a good support system for one another. I'm sad to say this, but their relationship didn't make it through to the wedding, since 2 years after their engagement, it became known that the couple separated. Many sources said that Kat and Cottrell remained friends, but is it really possible to stay friends after 8 years of being in a serious relationship? I don't think I could do that. After their breakup, there were rumors of Kat's relationship with Jay Farrow, but neither of them verified this as being true. It came to the point that many fans stopped believing that Kat and Cottrell ever broke up, and some even spread rumors of her pregnancy. All of this happened while Vampire Diaries was still being filmed, so you can imagine how much turmoil this gossip caused. The youngest Gilbert, Stephen R. McQueen, is by far the most scandalous actor in the cast. His list of girlfriends will impress anyone. I'll do my best to list them all, but try not to fall asleep while I'm doing so, okay? So, Stephen dated Chelsea Kane, Trisha Cummings, Candice King. Wait, Candice again? Technically, their relationship can't be proven, since neither of them ever said a word about it. So, I better move on with the list. For 2.5 years, Stephen was in a relationship with Hillary Harley, but then they broke up. Later, after a few months, he was seen with the model Dylan Penn and then changed over to Olivia Pickren. As far as I know, the last of his love interests was the model Ali Silva. I'll take a few minutes to talk about this name in particular. Their relationship seemed ideal. The couple couldn't get enough of one another, and then in a year's time announced their engagement. McQueen shared the news on his Instagram. The caption read, "She said yes," under a photo of the two of them kissing. Silva shared the same photo on her Instagram, but captioned the photo, "My best friend, love of my life. Yes, 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 a million times over." Of course, after the news came out, everyone started asking about the wedding dates, to which Stephen replied, "You know what? Actually, we called it off." Later on, many of the fans noticed that both Instagram posts were deleted from the lovers' accounts. As Stephen said, "It's just the way it was. It happened." Thank you, Stephen. That explains a lot. And now let's discuss the spiciest story of all, which seems like didn't bypass anyone, the romance between Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev. They say that the chemistry between Damon and Elena was so strong on screen that producers just had to turn them into a couple. Can you imagine that without the fans, we would have never seen Elena on screen? It goes without saying that when Ian and Nina announced back in 2011 that they were a pair, it didn't come as a big surprise. Their relationship really looked perfect and didn't just please the couple but also their devoted fans. Everything ended abruptly in 3 years' time when the two announced their split. Shockingly, they somehow remained friends after breaking up. Not only does Nina speak about Ian in good terms, but she's also friends with his current wife, actress in her own right, Nikki Reed. What's more is that Nina Dobrev was the one who introduced Ian to Nikki. Reed and Dobrev seem to have always been friends and even filmed a PSA together for Obamacare in 2014. At the time when Ian Somerhalder was dating Nina Dobrev, Nikki Reed was married to Paul McDonald. The two couples went on a double date, and that's when Ian and Nikki felt a spark between them. It's for this exact reason that I avoid double dates at all costs. Ian and Nikki began their new, exciting relationship about half a year after the real-life Delena fell apart. A couple of months later, Nikki and Ian announced that they got engaged and soon enough got married. 2 years into their marriage, Nikki gave birth to Body Soleil, and from their social media, their family looks as happy as ever. Hopefully, their child won't turn into a vampire. Oh, and if you didn't already recognize her, Nikki Reed played Rosalie, Edward's sister in the Twilight Saga. Weirdly enough, there used to be rumors going around that Ian Somerhalder previously dated another one of Edward's sisters, Alice, played by Ashley Greene. Looks like someone has a thing for ladies with fangs, Ian. And finally, let's talk about Nina Dobrev, who didn't stay single all these years either. After breaking up with Ian, Nina was together with the Scream Queens star Glenn Powell for some time. They attended important events together like birthday parties and his best friend's wedding. However, after only months of dating, the pair drifted apart due to their uncompromising schedules. Her last boyfriend's name is Grant Mellon, a screenwriter and director. Even though the relationship seems serious, the actress keeps it hidden from social media. I'm so glad that Nina found the man who makes her happy. What do you think? Was the atmosphere on the set of Vampire Diaries really that special and romantic? Or did all of these affairs happen by coincidence? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press that bell button. Stay awesome!